fail this geography quiz.
Me too. I can never remember all the Great Lakes. I always forget at least one.
Let's look up study strategies so we can remember better.
All right. Hey, I think I found one.
What is it?
It's a phrase. It's called homes. It's called a mnemonic device. Good.
So how do you use it?
So it's basically an acronym. So each letter stands for the beginning of one of the lakes.
Oh, so H is Huron, O is Ontario, and so on?
Yeah, correct.
Awesome. This should make studying for the quiz easier.
I was super impressed with everyone's scores, especially the Great Lakes section. No one missed a point.
Told you that homes phrase was going to work. Chest bump. Man, I don't understand why I got so many points taken off my essay. I keep mixing up affect and effect.
Why don't you use verbal mediation?
Verbal mediation? What's that?
Verbal mediation is the use of adding words to connect two ideas. So if you struggle with affect, remember, affect is the action and effect is the end result.
Hey man, that's actually really helpful. Thanks. Chest bump. I have a vocab quiz in English class today, and I just can't seem to remember the definition of the word transient.
Wow, that is a difficult word. I've never heard it before. What does it mean?
According to our textbook, the definition of transient is temporary or short-lived.
You could try to use the keyword method to remember the definition.
What's that?
The keyword method is a mnemonic device that helps you make a connection between two things. First, you have to pick an object to represent each piece of the vocabulary word. Then you form a mental picture of the objects together to help you remember the definition of the word.
I don't know, that sounds kind of complicated. I'm not sure I understand.
It's actually easier than you think. Let's break up the word transient into its different sounds. Tran kind of sounds like train, and sea is another word for ocean. So picture a train going into the sea.
Okay, that's kind of weird. What does it have to do with the definition of transient?
Well, a train that goes into the sea is going to be temporary or short-lived because it's going to sink right to the bottom.
Oh, thanks, Mr. I think I understand the idea, but I live in a cave. I've never ever seen the ocean. I'm not sure that that image is going to help me remember the definition of transient. I'm just confused still.
I have an idea. Forget about the ocean. How do you feel about ants?
Ants? Like the insect? I hate them. Whenever I bring raw meat back to my cave, they crawl all over it before I can have a chance to eat it.
So let's break up the word transient into the words train and ant. Picture a train coming down the track just as an ant attempts to cross. What's going to happen to the ant?
It's going to get squashed.
Exactly. So the ant is temporary or short-lived. It's transient.
That's a great example, Ducky. You definitely understand the keyword method.
Yeah, thanks, Ducky. Now I'm going to ace my vocabulary test for sure.